Hi Capricorn, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your January 2022 energy check. We're going to see what's going on in your energy for this next new year. And I've called in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anybody else. And this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Here we go, Capricorn. What is going on with you? Energy for the new year. We're going to do an old wise tree here. All right. What is going on, Capricorn? Okay. The first thing that I'm noticing is your heart of the situation. We've got the Three of Cups and we've got the Six of Pentacles. And I feel like this has a lot to do with celebrations. It has a lot to do, I feel like this has a lot to do with anniversaries this year or celebrating anniversaries, celebrating things that you're grateful for that have happened in the years before, the months before, last year, something like that. But this is also being very generous, and it's celebrating partnerships. It can be romantic partnerships, but I also feel like work partnerships, friendships, and this is about giving and taking, the reciprocity of this. So you're celebrating, but you're celebrating with others. And I love that, the energy of 2022, celebrating good fortune, happening now and into the near future at the beginning of January or the beginning of the year. Here's the Five of Swords, but it's reversed. This is about past betrayals or past things that did not go the way that you wanted them to go. I also feel like this has a lot to do with you recognizing when you are just thinking about yourself, or actually Capricorn, I kind of feel like this has to do with other people too. When you notice other people around you only thinking about themselves and not thinking about the wealth of the community, for instance, that's when things kind of like go sideways. So you're also recognizing this too. We're going to go around and clarify a lot of this as well, but it looks like there's a lot of contemplation, just going back and thinking about why things work, why things don't work, what made this what it is. Big picture is talking about all of these opportunities, all these opportunities. And I feel like it's like all these opportunities you've created for yourself with or without others, and why certain opportunities worked, why certain opportunities, didn't work, what they needed in order to work. Here is release the idea that you need to go through some kind of rite of passage, or you need to move on to calmer waters, so to speak. It's like release this past threshold crossing. I'm so fascinated to know what that is. I'm going to start going ahead and clarifying some of this, but it's like release this. You've already come forward, you've already gone through whatever it is that you've needed to go through. It feels like a lot of celebrating just around coming as far as you have come. Yeah, anything that kept you not solid in yourself or feeling confident in yourself, that's behind you. There's this confidence right now. I even want to say there's this confidence that is unrivaled, which also means that you're not in competition. And yeah, and I feel like, talk about the king of the jungle kind of thing. It just feels like there is no competition. I love it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Three of Cups. So this is celebration. This is almost like debauchery, but there's actual parties. And the thing is, though, the parties or the celebration or all of this I mean, here's the Six of Pentacles and also here's the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like when you say, don't jinx it, I don't feel like you're going to jinx it. It's like celebrate your ass off. That's what it feels like. It's like go ahead and celebrate all of your successes and don't feel like celebrating them is going to put you in a place where, you know, of different energy. It'll actually enhance the energy. I love that. I want to know more about this Five of Swords reversed. And here's the Lovers. So this is about, yeah, I mean, it's just what we were talking about. It's about making decisions. Why did this particular thing work out? And why did this particular thing not work out? And it has to do with people making decisions based on the greater good of the whole or just themselves. It seems like your energy is magnified when you're thinking about the community somehow. Okay. So this is having resistance, and there's resistance to being distracted. So you're like, and this is the energy of 2022, resistance to being distracted by anything that your heart needs to heal from still. Okay. Let's take a look at your higher self. Your higher self is talking about being an expert, and I feel like this is work related. Being an expert in what you are doing for work. I'm also hearing taking care of others, how you're systematically or methodically taking care of others, like kind of like setting people up for the future. Your angels and guides are talking about you really looking at things completely differently than you have in the past. And I also feel like this is because you're in a place where you can look at things differently than you have in the past. Things have moved forward in such a way where what was true before isn't true now. You're working differently, you're playing differently, you're loving differently. That's what all of that looks like. I want to look at the Seven of Cups, the big picture. And yeah, this is talking about not having to make boundaries the way that you were once making boundaries. It's like some of these things are already set. It's almost like the fence is already up. Some of these things are already set in motion. This is also talking about trusting the universe with all of these different opportunities and these different people and all the community, trusting the universe. Let's look at this Eight of Cups. And this is talking about being an expert at what to accept and what not to accept. And that includes, I want to say propositions, but that includes opportunities. And it also includes who you're going to give your energy to, who you're not going to give your energy to. Your energy is a commodity. The Eight of Swords reversed, right? I'm thinking differently now. I'm the Emperor now. I have Emperor energy in my space now. I am ruling the empire. This is you having, you make the decisions, you're the decider, but this is you having all of the corners of the table, all the legs of the table on the ground. This is being so grounded and so solid, safe and secure. This is also knowing your worth for sure, but knowing your mind, knowing your opinion, all coming from a place of, I want to say contributing and contribution, which is interesting because there's so much reciprocity going on here. But coming from a place of collaboration and contribution. And now it's like you can sit back and watch for a little bit. It's even like after all of this work, and here of course is the Capricorn card, right in the heart of your reading is your energy, Cap. After all of this partying, after all this celebrating, after all this acknowledging your achievements, there's this recuperation or this just observing. And here's the High Priestess in your advice. She's talking about using your intuition, but she's also talking about being humble, sitting back and not saying a whole lot. A lot of observing going on here. And this also has to do with your plans. I feel like your plans for the future, there's been a lot of reciprocity, a lot of talking to, you know, planning for the group, the family, the community. I even hear corporation as well, but whatever that is for you. And now it's time to be quiet with your plans. You have other plans that are going on behind the scenes too, and it feels like it's time to keep those to yourself for now, for some reason. Let's take a look at past, present, and future, Capricorn. Here's the past, and it's like there's been some definite illumination, there's been some definite healing, but it's almost like there's more healing and illumination to be had. So there has been some, but then there's room for more. When you get to present time, we've got the Queen of Wands and we've got the Seven of Wands. Someone in your field, I feel like this is another person. I feel like you've got two queens here, actually. So this is feminine energy in your field. This can be your intrinsic workings, your intrinsic processing. Here's the Queen of Wands who very much manifests. She wields her energy. She gets what she wants. She's congenial. And this is like figuring out what needs to happen and all the players that need to be brought together in order for those things to happen. And this is not having a whole lot of conviction around it or not doing a lot of self-care around it. But in this case, I don't feel like that's a weakness. I feel like this person is delegating. So I feel like this can be you figuring out how you need to delegate. But I also feel like this could be someone in your field around you in your environment that is figuring out how to delegate. And then here we've got this Queen of Cups reversed in the outcome or your trajectory. And the Queen of Cups reversed, she's the in-love queen, and she is somehow not on the same page. She's somehow misaligned and not listening to her intuition. So let's check out what this is about. There's some healing that needs to happen, some delegation that's happening, and some possible upset. So this sun, this is like the illumination needs to happen or is happening based on the big picture. And yeah, I'm hearing some reevaluation when it comes to some of this thought process around what works and what doesn't work. So let's see what's going on with this Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands is talking about imbalance. What are you feeling imbalanced about? So there's some kind of betrayal that this queen is feeling imbalanced about. Betrayal over time. Wrongs that have happened over time. And she's, gosh. Okay, so it almost feels like somebody is, it's like the person who seeks some kind of vengeance, but doesn't do it immediately. They wait for the right time. Jeez. Okay. And they're like almost having somebody else do their bidding. Whoa. And this has to do with some kind of love. It has to do with new love. Oh my gosh. All right. I think we're going to have to look at that a little bit more closely, but let's take a look at this Queen of Cups reversed. This Queen of Cups reversed is talking about, this is not my first rodeo. This has happened before. This is also talking about not having faith in the universe. Not having faith in the situation. And this is slow to process, the slowest night in the deck, but being very methodical about going forward with this. Okay. So this is what's going to happen. I am going to do a love spread asking about this Queen of Wands. So let's take a look at the situation, Capricorn. The situation with this Queen of Wands. Who is this person who is delegating and wielding energy? This is somebody in your field. Here's a Chariot, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So this Queen of Wands is talking about, all right, I'm hearing that George Michael song, Fast Love. If you're looking for fast love. Okay, and that's just the song that I'm hearing. The Chariot is talking about going fast, being victorious. But I feel like this Chariot today is looking in the past. And then right next to it is this Three of Wands looking forward into the future. So it's almost like anything that's happened in the past is in the past. But the Three of Wands is, what are we going to do in the future? However, here's the Knight of Wands reverse. So this Knight of Wands reverse is talking about fast love also. And it's almost like having connections or rendezvous in the future. And this person is talking about things happening in the past, moving forward into the future, but then being upset because there are also situations in the future that are not what they're wanting. I'm almost wondering if they're thinking that you are accepting offers in the future, but they wanted to move on and not do that any longer, and they're keeping an eye on you. That's what it feels like. Let's take a look at their energy around this situation. So this is your Queen of Wands. Here is the Death reversed. Here's the Ten of Cups. Here's the Nine of Cups. And the Page of Wands. Okay, so this Death reversed is like, there's something that was brought full circle, but they don't feel like it has been brought full circle. Their intention, it seems like, is wanting to have the Ten of Cups, wanting to have complete emotional fulfillment with you. And they're feeling like something hasn't been wrapped up or completed. Here's the Nine of Cups reversed. They're talking about their wish not being fulfilled and a door continuing to stay open, an opportunity that's still there. And let's take a look at your energy around the situation. Here we have the World card reversed. So much like the Death card, there's something still in transition. The World is like, there's some unfinished business here in your field. The King of Cups is coming out. This is the Dreamboat card. This is the In Love King. There's enough love for everyone is what I'm hearing. Page of Pentacles reversed. But this is, I'm not creating a foundation. I'm not creating a foundation somehow. And I feel like this is, I'm not creating a foundation in other circumstances, but I'm also not creating a foundation in making this easier for this person over here. And here is the Empress. So your energy is talking about, this can be the wife, this can be the counterpart, this can be the mother, the matriarch. This is the Dreamboat King, but the Emperor is the true Dreamboat. And so this is like the dream woman, the dream counterpart. Okay, let's do a little clarifying. So let's look at the situation, Capricorn. Not exactly what I thought was going to happen in this reading, but here we go. And this is, for 2022. So I'm asking for different energy than I usually do when I'm looking at these. This can be romantic, but recognize that it also can be like a family member or someone who is delegating to affect your life, to affect, your environment, what's going on in your environment. This person's in your environment, whether they're work, family, or romantic. Let's take a look at this Chariot. This Chariot is making things happen. But again, this is like, here's the Two of Cups. And it's like, I just want to say, okay, there are things in the past that were beelined to. There were things in the past that the universe seemed to be supporting. There was a lot of energy around it. There was victory around it. There's a lot of, channeled emotion to this thing, but it looks like it's in the past, and it also looks like it's not going on into the future, or this was the plan. There's some kind of decision that was made to keep the past in the past and move on toward the future. However, as the situation goes forward, it's like, okay, let's manifest into the future. This Three of Wands, there's some stress and burden released around this decision being made. But then we've got the Knight of Wands reversed right after that. And that Queen of Wands is coming right in. So here's your Queen of Wands coming right in, looking at this Knight of Wands activity. So the Knight of Wands activity reversed here is kind of player energy. And this Queen of Wands is keeping an eye on it. So whether this is player energy, romantic player energy, or energy that is just not completely, she needs to know everything that she hasn't been told, or that's what she's wanting to know. And this can be work related, of course, but it can also be romantic related. And so anything that she feels like is going on without her understanding or knowledge, she's trying to figure out what it is. And here's the Four of Cups. What has been offered? What offers have been taken or accepted that I don't know about? And here she is. She's looking for partnerships. She's looking for alliances. What alliances have been made that I don't know about? That's what it looks like. She's keeping an eye out, and she has a lot of energy. This is not making her tired. It's energizing her. So something has been brought to a close that hasn't been brought to a close. She's aware of it, and she's an expert at it. This is something that she's an expert at. So here she is trying to rally up all of this emotional wonderfulness. Her heart is open. That's what she really wants. She wants commitment. And here's the Nine of Cups. But what am I not getting? I want everything. I want all of the cups. I want complete emotional fulfillment. My heart is open to receive it. What am I not getting? And it's like, this person feels like they really want to control the situation. Their happiness would be based on, it seems like, you doing exactly what it is that they want you to do. And they're feeling like you're making decisions that are not in alignment with their wishes. You're keeping doors open that they don't wish to be open. And they're anticipating the other shoe to drop. They're anticipating a tower moment, a complete blow you out of the water change. They're anticipating it. That's what all this is. They're like on guard. They're anticipating stuff that hasn't even happened yet. They just have the feeling the door's open, and that's what they're aware and alert to. Okay, let's take a look at your energy around this. The World reversed. You're like, there's some unfinished business, but here we are with the Seven of Wands reversed again. I'm letting the universe figure that out. I'm not standing up for anything, but I'm not backing down from anything necessarily. I'm just allowing the universe to work. And here's the In Love King. Wow. And the In Love King is like, I would like for loose ends to be wrapped up. Here's the World up here, and here it is again. I would like for things to be settled. I would like to understand, bring something full circle, walk through the threshold. It's something completing. I would like for something to complete. And here's this Page of Pentacles. And here's the Ten of Cups reversed. Wow, check that out. So here's the Ten of Cups, heart is open. Your energy is saying, without building a foundation or without having this wrapped up, I'm not really feeling complete in my, emotional success. I actually do want to create a foundation for things. Let me just look at a little bit more. Right, here's the Six of Pentacles, but it's reversed. It's like, I actually do want some reciprocity here that's not happening. I want to wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay. And here's perhaps focusing on the Empress. This Empress, I usually see as a Taurus. And here's the Judgment, but it's reversed. So there is, I feel like you know who this Queen of Wands is. I feel like this Empress is coming in as that Queen of Wands. And I feel like you know that she's looking to the past, that she's recognizing, she's learned from the past, and she's looking for patterns from the past. Okay, let's take a look at the energy that binds the two of you together, Capricorn. And of course, these are not gender specific, so take it as it resonates. So here's the Four of Wands. Ooh, it's reversed, and then we've got the Hermit. This is the energy that binds the two of you together. I almost feel like we've got the Page of Swords reversed, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So, okay, I feel like there are secrets here. And I feel like there are secrets on both sides. Both sides. Here is the Marriage card. It's reversed. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. She's reversed. This is the Married Queen. And when she's reversed, she's either divorced or she's married and not acting married. And here's the Hermit. And it's like there are things happening out of commitment that are being kept secret, but it feels like it's like when you don't talk about them, they're not real or they don't happen, but it feels like they're on both sides, both parties or both groups here, whatever, however your situation is. Here's the Page of Swords, and it's reversed. And this is gossip, but this is also negative self-speak. Somebody could be driving themselves crazy, thinking about what's going on, wondering what the truth is. But this is also kind of just like straight up not telling the truth, lies. So it feels like there are secrets here, and it feels like they're on both sides. This side, this person, and this side, your energy. Let's take a look at this Four of Wands reversed. Why are you reversed? Four of Wands. And here's the Three of Wands reversed. It's like, yeah, some things that we had decided we're going to go forward into the future didn't happen the way we said they were going to happen. But we're acting like they did, but we both know they didn't. What's this Hermit? The Hermit is like, yeah, this Knight of Wands that's up here, we're just not going to talk about it. We're just going to keep it undercover. What's going on with this Page of Swords? Ooh, this Page of Swords is talking about a Page of Cups, a cup of love being offered, love opportunities. And this Queen of Pentacles reversed. Here's the King of Swords. So this Queen of Pentacles reversed has these secrets, and she's being very logical about them. She's also talking about partner energy that's, I feel like she's trying to read between the lines. She's trying to figure out what the truth is and what the loyalty actually is. And somehow I feel like she's trying to rationalize or understand rationality of some kind. This is both of your energy, so both of you are here. Let's take a look at what this possible outcome is, Capricorn. What is this possible outcome? You know, it feels like this would take so much energy to maintain, and yet I feel energized rather than depleted or exhausted. So this goes on. All right, so what is the possible outcome? Here's the Four of Swords. We've got the Moon. Here still, it looks like things can be hidden for a long time. This is recuperation, hibernation, things being kept undercover. This is like things being hidden just under the surface, not being talked about. Here's the Five of Wands. This can be fighting for something, but this can also be conflict. So there's just like hidden conflict or conflict that nobody wants to talk about or deal with. And here's the Fool. It's like, maybe I've tried to talk about this and deal with this before, but it didn't work out. I know what this is about. I already understand this. And this is also not having complete faith in the universe. And so it's like trying to control things. So let's clarify that, Capricorn. So possible outcome with this is things being kept the way they are, kind of. And wow, yeah. It's like everybody's waiting for the veil to be lifted. Everybody's just keeping it behind the veil, seeing what happens. I do feel like this person is kind of hoping that things don't go forward into the future, but she's, of course, she or he, but really kind of watching and waiting and being action oriented about it. This is being manipulative about it. Somebody has some serious, it's like somebody has some serious access to social media. Somebody has some serious access to people, places, or things that you wouldn't expect. Here's the Fool reversed. And this is like, I have been upfront and open and honest about this in the past, and it brought a lot of grief and upset. And so it's like they're keeping all of this undercover. But yeah, I'm hearing somebody say, I'm denying something socially, but like they're denying it for face value, but they're lying, or they're just keeping it to themselves. They just want to know the truth about it. I want to look at what kind of energy you don't see coming around this. Like, what kind of energy are you not expecting around this situation? Woo. All right. We've got courthouse, so official stuff, official documents, gift. This is almost like putting something in someone's name, like a house or a deed, property. Yeah, somebody is wanting you to talk about your will. And here's a union, here's lovers. I feel like this person could very well be a partner in crime, partner in business, partner in love, but they're wanting to make this very official. Like, if anything were to ever happen, I want all the legal documents to be wrapped up in a nice little present, no loose ends, bow is tied. That's what it feels like. Energy that you don't see coming. This person wants to make this really like sharp, like there are no loopholes. That's what I'm hearing. All right, let's take a look at, I want to get some advice for you, Capricorn. First, let's look at your romance oracle. I want to look at messages of love, but still this can be love, but this can be, partnership of any kind. So if this is a partner, this is keeping things lighthearted, flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this is keeping everything lighthearted. I feel like there's a big fear, especially on this other person's part, that they have not kept it lighthearted in the past. And even though they're afraid of not being in control around what you choose, they don't want to ruin things based on not being lighthearted, like making things so heavy and upsetting. And they're not wanting to do that. Okay. And yeah, they're really not wanting to do that. Here we have playfulness. And on one hand, I feel like this is you keeping the energy light as well, so that they don't feel so, I almost feel like this person can like spiral into, oh, I want to say aggressiveness, but it could be passive aggressiveness, but it's very intense energy. And wow, yeah, this one will just come out too. Pay attention to the red flags. It's almost like recognize this person's cycles and There are things you can do to just lighten up the situation. There are also things you could do to trigger the situation. And when you're aware of those things, you can, it's not like you can control it exactly, but you definitely can ease it, especially if you're close to these people and you know them. Okay. Let's see. I want to take a look at Messages of a Love Oracle. Tell me, what does Kat need to know about this? Obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. Wow, I do feel like that. Someone is obsessed with you. And they want to control the situation. They want you to be obsessed with them. Wait, the timing is not quite right. Yeah, what I feel about this is that they have more information than and they're just waiting for the right time to act things out. They also have other people that they're delegating stuff to from that past spread. Addiction. So an addiction is affecting this relationship. The addiction and obsession, it really can be, I feel like this person is very, very focused on you, Capricorn. All right, let's take a look at your Moonology. What do your angels and guides want to tell you, Cap? Let's see. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. Have faith in your dreams. When you have some intuition, recognize that intuition. Don't overlook it. And surrender to the divine. So a lot of the stuff that you're doing, you're letting the universe do its thing. It's almost like this thing is going to play itself out. I do want to ask though, is there anything that you can do to neutralize anything that needs to be neutralized in this situation? What is your advice here? And in that spread before, it was all about keeping things to yourself, keeping plans to yourself, whatever it is that you're planning, kind of have it in your own mind. Wow, and here's the Chariot. So what can neutralize this? I feel like this is about bringing that person forward with you. I feel like this is a partnership of some kind, whether it's business or romantic. And this is about feeling victorious with this person, kind of like the thing that was starting, making decisions based on everyone's greatest good. When you make decisions based on everyone being happy and solid and safe and secure, that is going to neutralize whatever this obsession is or whatever this heavier energy is. And again, flirt, playfulness, pay attention to the red flags, recognize, read the room, Cap, read the room, recognize the energy and keep it light, lighten it back up. And here's the Two of Pentacles. This person wants you to focus on them. And what would neutralize this is if you focused on them, if you gave them what they want. Okay, that's what I have for you for January. Let me know how that resonated, and I will talk to you soon, Cap.